Hello everyone, Fancy here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today I actually have good news. I know, after a couple weeks of sad news about PlayStation and Microsoft, we have some good news from PlayStation, so that's great. I mean, it's not a complete fix, but we'll get to that. They have reversed their plans to close the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita stores, which is a good thing because, well, the way they went about it was terrible. I mean, first of all, why are you closing the stores to begin with? It's not like it can cost that much money to keep a server running. And secondly, they didn't tell some of the developers that were working on PS Vita games. Yes, people still develop PS Vita games. So the fact that they didn't let developers know that we're working on games at the storefront in which they were going to be releasing their game on is ridiculous. They found out when everybody else did. That's absurd. So I'm glad to hear that they've reversed their changes, and I do want to go through their little announcement first because I feel like it's a fun thing to go through. Let's just do it. So the headline to this article is players will be able to continue to purchase games on PS3 and PS Vita. Recently, we notified players that PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita devices was planning to end this summer. Upon further reflection, however, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today, I'm happy to say that we will be keeping the PlayStation Store operational for the PS3 and PS Vita devices. PSP Commerce functionality will retire on July 2nd, 2021 as planned. When we initially came to the decision to end purchasing support for PS3 and PS Vita, it was born out of a number of factors, including commerce support challenges for older devices and the ability for us to focus more of our resources on newer devices where a majority of our gamers are playing. We see now that many of you are incredibly passionate about being able to continue purchasing classic games on PS3 and PS Vita for the foreseeable future. So, I'm glad we were able to find a solution to continue operations. I'm glad that we can keep this piece of our history alive for gamers to enjoy while we continue to create cutting-edge new game worlds for PS4, PS5, and the next generation of VR. Thank you for sharing your feedback with us. We're always listening and appreciate the support from our PlayStation community. Okay. I want to go through a couple things here because some of it is a little frustrating to say the least. And anyway, so first of all, I want to talk about how they say we found a solution to continue on. Leave the servers online. I mean, there can't be that many people having issues where they actually have to go through any sort of support chain or they actually even have to work on these servers. Just leave them running. As long as these servers are running and people are able to buy games off these platforms, I really don't think there's that much they have to do here. They're digital games. They're not hand packing and delivering anything. That's why all these companies want a digital storefront and no longer have physical because it's so much easier for them. You click a button, you receive your product, they receive your money, boom. Simple. It's not like they're sending thank you emails individually to people. They have an automated system for that. Everything is automated when it comes to these servers besides the manual upkeep of these things, and I doubt they have to do that much upkeep, especially since they're not going to be adding anything to these stores. What in the world do you even have to do? What was the solution that you guys came to? I don't understand that. And I like that he says, I'm glad that we can keep this piece of our history alive for gamers to enjoy. You don't care. Okay? Stop acting like you care about keeping your history alive. When you have had company executives, I think it was him actually, that is on record saying you don't care about old games. You think they're pointless. You think they're stupid. You don't understand why anybody would enjoy it. So when you're coming from a place where you don't understand why anybody would enjoy something, and now you're all of a sudden, oh yeah, we gotta keep history alive, I don't believe you. And there is that one sentence in there you might have missed. They are closing the PSP store for good. PS3 stores, PS Vita stores are staying alive, but the PSP, dead. So if you've got a PSP Go, you might as well hack it at this point. I mean, if you haven't already, which I don't know why you haven't, but yeah, I would do that if I were you. Otherwise, you have a wonderful plastic brick. It is unfortunate that they're closing down the PSP stores, but I mean, that was kind of inevitable. I mean, yeah, people aren't really releasing new games for the PSP, whereas the PS Vita kind of has a cult-like following behind it, and there are quite a few people that still play games on there, and games are still being released on there. So there's a reason to keep that store open. But, I mean, even with honestly though, even with the PSP store, I can't imagine that a PSP server is going to cost that much to keep up. I mean, there are websites that have all the games for the PSP that you can just download. What's the difference between that website that is funded by usually an individual and donations and the one that is running on your side that is actually taking in money from paying customers? I don't know. It still seems like an automated process to me, and it still seems weird that you'd shut down any of these servers. And again, if it's a numbers thing, you can just slowly just turn the bandwidth down of what you're allocating to that server. I feel like there's another solution to even keep the PSP store up, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to take what we can get, okay? I just want to say it's probably an easy solution, just like this was, which the solution was to do nothing. I mean, that's essentially what we're seeing here. They're talking about diverting their attention to the newer systems, and that's the reason they wanted to shut down the servers. No, they want to divert your attention to the newer systems where they're coming out with lots of new things that they want to make a lot of money on. So they want to move everybody over, stop playing your old games, check out the new toys, and they wanted to force us over to these new stores and to just stop playing PlayStation 3. So there we go. I'm glad they changed their mind. I wish they wouldn't act like it was some wonderful thing that they went, oh, you know what? It just dawned on us. You know, you guys are right. We were on edge. You know, we were on the fence about doing it. No, they were 100% going to do it unless we all made a big deal about it. Just like when Microsoft tried to make Xbox Live $120 a year and we weren't having it. So stop being aggressively apathetic to all those people out there that keep going, don't go entitled gamers. You're an idiot. And all the fanboys that will just, for no reason, defend every single company that they love. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, Microsoft fanboys, Sony fanboys, Nintendo fanboys, you're ruining the things that you enjoy. If you love those companies, guess how they get better? By you telling them what they can improve. If you say every single thing they do is okay, they're just going to keep getting worse. Whoever is number one is always going to take full advantage of that fact and just, you know, make all the dumbest decisions and anti-customer decisions they can. Whatever they can do to get money from you is what these corporations are going to do. They're not your friends. They look at you as a wallet. Stop pretending otherwise. But let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this whole situation, about the stores coming back up. I think it's a great thing because game preservation is very important to me because I view games as an art form and there are things that I want to pass on. So it's great that they'll continue support for these things. I'll also quick update to the update situation. I guess they were moving things over, to different servers. Maybe that was during the time they were closing the PlayStation Store servers. That's where they were keeping the updates as well. I don't quite know the logistics behind it. I don't work for Sony or Microsoft or any of these companies. I'm just kind of guessing based off of what I'm hearing around that they were shifting things around so certain games couldn't get updates at certain times, but that's all back online unless we see it go away again as they move it back to the old servers. I don't know. I wonder what's going on behind the scenes. I'd love to see the frantic running around of the office of what they were trying to do with the servers, and now they have to reverse everything. But yeah, glad to see it all up. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you, everybody.